Hi, hello. Taurus, it is your turn for your mid-month reading, where you are in your personal journey, what's going on for the rest of the month. We have your signifier, your cards laid out, and 2 oracle cards from some unusual decks I very much love. So your signifier is the Empress. I love to see it, Taurus. You are coming into your power. You are starting to build your empire. And you can do this alone. Perhaps you are finally realizing this. You are stronger than you think, or rather, than you thought for quite some time. I love this for you. I really do. Because we're starting with the end of a cycle, particularly with someone that certainly was not good for you. And I believe it took you a while to get over this. It did. It took you quite some time to realize, yes, this work was, well, I wouldn't say it was in for nothing, as clearly we've learned from it. However, you did not initially understand this. You spent time dwelling on it. You spent a lot of time dwelling on it. This could have even been years, trying to figure out why things didn't work, why you had to leave this situation, or why this person left you. Regardless of how it went down, finally you understand it is your time and you must run towards it. You must get out of the self-imposed prison of trying to understand and get into the mindset of simply understanding yourself. Because as beautiful as it was at the time, and I'm sure it was beautiful, I'm sure it was wonderful. Everything is wonderful at the time we do it. That's why we do not hold regrets. Never regret anything, Taurus, because at one point it was what you wanted, and you have learned something from it. A lot of people don't look at it that way. However, I find it very important to remember. Regrets are pointless. Learning is what we truly need. So still you may look back upon it, and of course you will. We all do. You are still a knight here. You are still carrying your torch forwards. Let's look at the wands as a torch. Wands are representative of fire. They move rather quickly. They do. And you are lighting that torch for yourself. You are lighting that torch to reach your empire. And after quite some time of dwelling, again, over this cycle, it has... Alright, let's focus on this. The self-imposed prison. This was keeping yourself in this situation, even when it wasn't working. When you were trying to keep up this facade of happiness. This Ten of Pentacles here is representative of the end of the cycle itself, of what you wanted, of what you needed it to be, or you felt you needed it to be. And that's over. So during your moments of the Page of Wands, trying to understand what to do after this cycle has completed, you find yourself looking back in dismay, in malcontent, perhaps, as we often feel anger within our stages of grief. And, of course, even relationships deserve grief. So it's of no surprise that you spent quite a bit of time looking sadly at the past. Now, cups are not the slowest moving, but they are also not the fastest. They are water. They are the third fastest, or rather the second slowest. And you reached a point where a decision needed to be made, where you had to follow your intuition, where you had to follow your heart, and not where your heart was, where your heart needed to go. And your heart needed to go forward. Very much forward. You have no choice but to move on. And that's what you're doing. And this month or the rest of this month, I should say, you may be learning how to do that. You may be struggling with it still, but you are getting over things. You are finding who you are. And I will remind you that Taurus, my dear, you are the Empress. Let's see what else we got. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles moves slowly. However, you are starting to realize the pentacles that you have, what you have without this person, that you don't necessarily need them, that you have everything you require, that you are all you require because you're seeing things clearly now. You're looking at yourself clearly. And you see that not only were you the knight, you are now the king. You are recognizing what you have to offer and what you have to offer yourself. You are no longer fighting for this situation that did not work. You are learning to prioritize yourself over this Queen of Wands, regardless of gender. As always, cards have no gender. Do keep that in mind during readings. Because this Queen of Wands, towards the end, brought you no happiness. And in that time made you feel like a page, like you did not know what to do, like you did not know what to do without them. So you had to go in hermit mode. You have to look inward. And you have to look inward now. You have to find your wisdom. You have to find your own path. The hermit does not need anyone else. That's what I love about it. Then again, I am a Virgo, so I am very partial to the hermit. And if you're curious about signs from the major arcana that we have represented so far, we do have Cancer and we have Virgo. Now, I like to think of those as the energy of those signs rather than those signs in particular being involved. But you're taking yourself from being in this hermit mode. You're realizing that you are not necessarily alone because you are with yourself. You will always be with yourself. You are the one person in life you cannot escape, you cannot leave. And you need not offer anything to anyone. Now, the thing about the Nine of Pentacles that I find interesting is in the Rider-Waite, there are 3 pentacles on one side and 6 on the other. And in this particular deck, the Bones Arcana, which I deeply love, there are 4 on one side and 5 on the other. This is fairly irrelevant. However, it's representative of what we are willing to give and what we must keep for ourselves. For some time you weren't sure, maybe you gave too much, honestly. Maybe you didn't keep enough for yourself. Maybe you're still in that mindset. But you're getting there. You're getting there. Because you're dropping the past. And you're learning that you're the only person you need to find fulfillment. Sometimes we need to spend this time alone to realize this. To realize we do not need to rush into something else to find that which will fulfill us. For again, we can fulfill ourselves. And I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you for reaching this. Because in doing so, you can pull into this Empress energy. You can, she is in this card fiery. She is strong. She certainly does not need anyone, as that character most definitely doesn't, and makes a great point of showing that. Now, to move on to here. Walking with you right now is Renf, the Angel of Time. The Angelarium is not your ordinary Angel Oracle, and that is exactly why I got it. They say time heals all wounds, and time creates those wounds at the same time. Wow, I did not mean to use that 3 times in one sentence, but we'll go with it. In the same sense, let's say, time can create these wounds, but we may heal from them. Time is ever present and marches forward just as you must march forward in your chariot. My goodness, I cannot speak today, it seems. You're moving onward. You're making time for yourself, and if you haven't started to do so, for the rest of this month you will learn that is necessary. And that's how you build your empire. We also have Outsider from the Le Vampire. They are so cute. Now, on the card itself, it says Misfit, Loner, and Wanderer. What you are truly doing is wandering through your own mind to find yourself again. You are wandering through the world, not necessarily as an outsider to it, but outside of your comfort zone. Outside of this, where you felt safe enough to trap yourself within. You no longer need to do so. You are learning that casting yourself out of a situation is as beneficial as finding one good for you. At present, you must focus on yourself. You must ignore these other cups. You do not need them. You have all you need right there. You are learning this. You are learning this month. The rest of this month. And I'm very proud of you. This is exactly what I want to see, Taurus. This kind of growth. This is perfect. And it is clearly what you need. And you are finally seeing that. It can take us some time. But then again, right now time is on your side. Take all the time you need. The rest of this month is dedicated to you. No one else. And that is the best thing anyone can do for themselves. So, Taurus, this is what I got for you for the end of March. Again, I love this for you. I really do. You got it going on. Or you will if you don't yet. You most certainly will. Remember, you're the Empress, you have the King of Pentacles in there. You are well on your way to being fully self-sufficient, to fully understanding yourself, to knowing that you need no one else to find your own joy. Keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. And all of this said and done, there is a subscribe button down there. There's one somewhere up here, because this is probably where the end card starts. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, although I can't really make you do so, you know, free will and all that. You can leave a comment and tell me if you've begun doing so. You can hit the like button if you enjoyed it or if it resonated with you. And my email is also in the description box should you like a personal reading for any reason at all, or you can just, you know, say hello and I will shoot a hello back. With all that said, see you soon. Bye!